So hello again, and this is the story, and I hope I will manage it in 60 seconds, about how I think I meaningfully impacted a particular client. We had a case of mergers and acquisitions of one very dynamic, very fast business culture that were merging with more of a sort of rigid, conservative culture. And there, when implementing a process of succession planning and developing people, we found out there was some resistance in putting actionable plans there or conducting face-to-face meetings. So having training for managers, a classical management development program, I used the case that I know, I shared it, a person I know who is very good at developing people. This was a colleague of mine, PepsiCo. So this person usually came up to my HR department with a request to fill in some vacancy. And the requirements for the position were a bit higher or more overqualified almost for the position. And when I asked him, Valery, why do you need a person with an economical degree for this position? He said, well, just trust me, just find me the person. So what he did was usually very intensively developing the person, taking the person to the meetings with him, explaining what's going on, sending the person to the trainings, etc., etc. So in a year or two, this particular person was promoted, and usually to other departments or functions in the company. And as you can imagine, Valery was a very popular person in the company. Sometimes I got people coming up to apply for the vacancy in his department that was the same grade or lower than their current position. And I would wonder, why are you doing that? And they say, well, I know who I'm going to work with. I like to work with him. And we called him a talent magnet. He ended up, as you can imagine, having a very strong network of people who were thankful to him, both inside the company and in the market, because some of the people who got promoted and they found opportunities outside our company. And I use this as a case, as an example, to sort of change the mindset of my participants of management group to show that it's actually, there are two ways of leadership, two ways to lead people. You can either build glass ceilings and not letting your people go through or grow, or you can help people grow, and that would be your strength as a manager, as a professional, as a human. So cutting the long story short, we managed to introduce the processes and procedures as we planned, and we really saw that managers changed their attitude. They changed their way. They started doing face-to-face meetings. They started putting in place actionable individual development plans, etc. So I think that was an impactful way to deliver training, and I think it had a long-lasting effect, which is important.